Hi Virgo, I'm Anisha. For those of you who want to know more about my work, you may visit my website www.tarotbyanisha.com. For those of you who are seeking deeper clarity in your personal lives, be it your career or your love lives, you may write to me for a personal consultation at tarotbyanisha@gmail.com. Virgos, May is a month of retrograde. We have Mercury that is retrograding till about 23rd of May. We already have Mars that is retrograde and carries on being so till about June, end of June. Mercury this year incidentally is retrograding 4 times. This is the second retrograde that's happening now. The first retrograde happened in January, and this particular retrograde, it's speaking about past. It's a lot of focus is there on memories, so you can expect a lot of nostalgia happening around in May. It can be you could be thinking about your childhood, you could be thinking about your growing up years, your parents, your children. So this entire month you could just be sort of be living in your past, and thinking as to how it was. And this retrograde is going to be I think for you lesser on taking action, but more on sort of being in that space and accepting it for what it is. Whenever Mercury retrogrades, he triggers in each of us a period of reflection and reorganization. In fact, pretty much any word with a prefix of re can be applied during this period. Now, how the retrograde is going to be affecting you, I think the simplest thing to know is as to in which part of the chart Mercury is retrograding. And for you, it's speaking about your house of higher mind and spirituality and consciousness, and some amount of travel as well. And this is literally like a cosmic signpost which Mercury is telling you that, hey, look at me, I'm here. For those of you, of course, who insist on not paying much attention to us, Mercury can literally start acting up. It can be, whether it's tinkering with your electrics, making you lose your car keys, playing with your phone, or even literally comically sticking its foot out and making you fall on your face, which makes you just get up and say, okay, what did I just miss? So Mercury just wants you to pay attention, because something about the house that he's transiting in needs to be rethought about in order so that you can have clarity and you can move forward. Either ways, Mercury is tapping you on the shoulder and coughing loudly so that you can turn around and look at him and see as to what is it that he's trying to say. Now, Mercury, for you, Virgo specifically, it's asking you to re-examine the world that you believe in. It's asking you to it's asking you to relook at your own beliefs, because that is what are really creating your experience. And it's time to consider the future. What you do now is going to be affecting the outcome. So whatever that your overall philosophy to life is, that is something you need to be looking at. I mean, are you really living it? This is the house which is also connected to morals and ethics. So during this transit, you may be called upon to reassess what truth really means to you. It's a great time to be resitting exams previously failed, or to go back to education. But use this time to revise, to edit writing, to rewrite and proofread your work. Explore books that make you think differently about the world. You may also have a sense that you have lost the big picture somewhere around the line. So take some time to revisualize as to what is it and where is it that you really want to be. You could be finding yourself to also there can be this sense of wanting to revisit a place, and it can be however, travel plans are not really advised during a retrograde, because they just go all over the place. But I think because there is just this, really there's going to be a deep need inside you of just wanting to get out and revisit maybe a place which has some really fond memories. I would suggest that be extremely careful about your travel plans during this entire May month. So be prepared for delays, cancelled flights, roadblocks, and Mercury would like you to see where you are right now and be clearer about where you want to be. And sometimes, for that we just have to stand still and take stock of what it is. This particular house where Mercury is retrograding for you, it's also associated with the concept of faith. So your faith in yourself or in a higher being may be called upon into question. And faith, of course, adhered to without question can blind you as well. So keep asking the big questions, Virgos. Don't sort of shut your eyes to things maybe that are trying to tell you, or experiences that are still out there that you need to have. Just keep your mind and your heart open around this time. We have Jupiter that is going direct in your own house, and I think that is the most spectacular thing for you this month, because Mercury, of course, the transit lasts for about a year, and for you this is happening around the 9th of May. And Jupiter, of course, he's the great benefactor, he's this benevolent giver, he's the god of sky, and anything that he touches, he expands, and it's all about goodness and wealth and abundance. But the thing also with Jupiter, the lesser known fact is that, when he gives, it's all that energy that comes out. There's also some amount of purging that happens with it, So it's, what is it that is going out? What is it that you're absorbing in? And along with, it's like those waves in the ocean, along with that huge wave, there'll be some amount of that mess that will come along with it. So you have to recognize what is it that you're taking in, what is it that you're discarding at this point of time. And for you, because it's in your own house of self, I think it's really important, because not only are you going to be in a space where you're going to be feeling very confident about yourself, you're going to be looking good, you're going to be feeling good, and there is this sense of wanting to enjoy life, and even I think look at life very differently. Maybe there's almost this sense of walking away from fear, that things that have not worked in the past, and you could have maybe stressed about them a lot, and this is a time where you're saying, I tried, and I really tried, and it didn't work, and I accept it, and now I'm just doing what I can do. And I think it's also when this aspect happens, you also tend to have people tend to have more faith in you and your capabilities. So you could find that you'll find either your superiors, your boss, just looking at your work and saying and acknowledging more easily than he normally would, and saying, oh, what a fantastic job you've done, or giving you the credit of what it is. So there's just going to be a very upbeat, positive entire note that is there. For those of you, of course, who are single, you will find that you're attracting a lot of attention naturally around this time. And it is for those of you who are in a relationship, you'll find that your partner is really pampering you, or the relationship with both of you will just deepen more. We have an intense full moon that is there in your house of home. That is a space where you live, that is a space which you share with other people. It's a house of Cancer, and it also rules your mother. And this is happening around 21st of May. Now this, in any case, with a full moon and lunar eclipses, they're far more intense than the solar eclipses or the new moons, simply because something is coming to a closure, something is finishing right now. And because it is there happening in your house, in your home, you could be, it's speaking about some kind of an ending. It's almost like you've finished a project at home, or you've settled a problem at home, and it can be that you have been spending too much of time at home lately, or it could be at work, and there's just a sort of there's a lack of balance that has been happening over here, and you could be you could be feeling quite torn between the two. And there could be, I think, for some of you, a realization that there is no point in having a personal life if your professional life is in a mess, and vice versa. And you could feel the need to detach and spend some time alone around this time. But Virgos, it's very important for you to be opening yourself more to other people and connecting. Don't sort of get into that, and as ideal it may feel during this time, try not to sort of isolate yourself. Just open yourself up more, reconnect with people, make an effort, and you'll just feel better. However, do take a break, and take a break from home. Just get out for a while, and I think that's maybe just what you need, nothing more. And this house is also this house where it's aspecting, it's the 4th house. It's also a spiritual and a karmic house. So a lunar eclipse over here could almost present situations where there's a feeling of destiny or a karma over here, and you could be focused upon where you're going in life and how it is it that you will get there, or whether or not you're on the right road at all. And I think it could be you could catch yourself. In fact, I think some of you could almost catch yourself saying this, maybe I need to think this over. And I think that's not such a bad thing. I think all of us keep questioning ourselves a lot of time over various other issues. So it's not such a bad thing to ask yourself, that is this road really onto the route, or does this take me to where it is that I want to go? So with this entire completion and things coming to an end, and this entire intensity around the space of your home, I think the best way for you to be dealing with it also is to be stepping back and not detaching yourself or isolating yourself from the people around you. I think the more nurturance that you receive during this time, or you even ask for it, I think that will help you fill the void far more faster in you. We have Venus that is there in your house of reputation and career, and it is in opposition to Mars that is there in your house of home, and these two lovers are in opposition, and this is happening on the 24th of May. Now the interesting thing is that we've just finished with the intensity of the full moon, and which is there in your family, home life, that's aspecting. Now we have Mars that is also over there, so that speaks about some amount of not just aggression, but I think a lot of action, a lot of energy that is there. And with Venus sitting over there, I think in your house of reputation and career, it's a time wherein that you are going to be looking, maybe being attracted to people who are far more older than you. It's almost as if that you consider someone as a mentor, and you really look up to this person, and you value this person's advice or this thing. So you could be attracted to more stability, rather than the exciting, adventurous, impulsive, that kind of an energy. So it's a time where I think even for those of you who are looking at a marriage or even at a relationship, these are the kind of people who would attract you more, who have a better social standing and are stable, successful in their careers. And it's a time you will be feeling quite creative at your work. You will be feeling that you have I think specifically for those of you who are in who are in the beauty industry, or even for those of you who are in the advertising bit of it, you could find yourself making quite a positive impact on your work. With Mars, however, because it's conjuncting to Mars over there, it can be that you could almost be driven to be more comfortable, and you could be craving familiarity around this time. And you're not too keen to try something new around this time, Virgos, and you are going to prefer to stick to what is it that you know best, and you're less social, and you would want to spend some time home more. And you seem to be in a very defensive mode, Virgos, so with this entire Martian energy there in your house of home, you are going to be it's, if anyone says anything about your family, right or wrong, your just hackles are going to be up, and you're just going to be feeling super sensitive about it as well. And at the same time, it could be that you are fighting with them as well. So it's not just that the aggression is that you are handling it from outside. You could be mirroring, or you could be subjecting to people around you as well at home. So try and sort of try and sort of take a step back, and try and see things from others' perspective as well, because I think during this place you seem quite you are looking at your own beliefs too closely. You're subscribing to them too intensely, but try and sort of keep that other window. It's good to have and I find this in a lot of people, that it's good to have your own value system and your own beliefs and subscribe to it. But at times we subscribe to that story or believe in that story so vehemently that we will not allow another perspective in. So, don't be fanatical about your beliefs and your values around this time. Leave some room enough for someone else's perspective to come in. And because this is all around your family space, and it's, also happening with with your house of career and reputation as well, try and soften that bit over there and try not to sort of keep saying that I know it better and this is what I believe in and these are my values and hence I shall not listen to it, or don't get onto that train. So ensure that you are leaving some space for others' perspective and leaving that little tiny window open over there, Virgos. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, Virgos. For those of you, a quick reminder, seeking deeper clarity in your personal lives, be it your careers or your love lives, do write to me for a personal consultation at tarotbyanisha@gmail.com. I'll see you again next month, and thank you so much for watching.